as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On 2nd and 12, Cousins going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz. He's got it complete to Perkins. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Wentz to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. From midfield, here's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off at the 39. Touchdown, Eagles.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense in the 1st half, this becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down, here's the run with Cook. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Cousins on target to Diggs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion. We're just shy of the marker. That went into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 34 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boy, they're down only one score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also,
and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz able to get the sack. On play action, it's Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now Wentz again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Amir Abdullah, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Go ahead.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go with Howard to begin the drive. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. This is Howard on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Vikings 16. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
To throw is Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Check 52.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cousins now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Wentz over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On third and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. To throw again on second down. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw once more on second and 10. Cousins. And got his man. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown. Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 82 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, Charlie.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes after saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to roam now. He's got daylight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 69 yards. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They run with Howard. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They've run again on first down. Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Now a run with Cook. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to the ground, Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with Cook. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the